Come here, Rasela.
Rasel, there is it. Rasel, you're going to eat it. Akere, that is what you're selling to the people. Eat it, Rasel. Baba, eat it. Not take it. You are going to eat it. Eat it, Rasel. Pick it up. Eat your food.
Rasela is a worm.
Eat
I
it.
don't know what
No, you don't expect your own food. Pick it up, eat it. You are not going. No, you are busy selling rotten food to our people. Rasel, eat your rubbish.
There's worms inside. Rasela,
Yeah.
she ate it already.
Eat. Hey Baba.
No.
Hey Baba.
Not the food.
Don't invite trouble for you. Don't invite trouble. Eat it, Rasel. Nichwaela gabi nini. Eat your food. Eat your worms.
See the worms there.
Oh, here are your worms.
No,
Here.
I see there.
Here.
See the worms.
Here. You see, eat it, Rasel.
I'm sorry for that.
They ate it. They ate it. Those ladies ate it.
She ate it already.
They ate that food. Eat it, Rasel.
She's sick now.
Rasel, you're going to eat it. This
Rasela, I
food.
told you. Who's that other shop Shanchudin? I told him the other day the same thing. I don't care whether you are Muslim like me, but whatever it is,
Hey, Baba,
I never
eat
robbed
good
anyone,
lawak.
I
Eat.
never sold anyone this thing.
Eat,
Your religion
eat.
doesn't
Pick up,
do that,
eat.
so
Pick
don't
up, eat. Hey, la.
No,
You,
I want to
no,
see this.
you eat it, yeah.
I didn't see this.
No, I'm
I
saying eat
didn't
it.
see the
Chief,
one there.
I'm saying eat it.
I didn't see that
Eat
one.
it.
No.
They've already eaten it. Eat it. Eat your food.
Okay.
No, this is your stuff. Eat it. You are making money out of it. Now you are going to eat it. You eat it, Rasel. You eat it. I don't want to touch you, ne? If I can touch you, I'll make you a mincemeat. You'll be finished.
That one I saw them there.
Eat it.
So what I can
Eat your money.
What is that?
This is your money. This is the money that you are making. Now you are eating a profit, ne? Eat. Kubeka, eat. No. Eat, Baba. Eat. Eat your things. Eat. Then you'll tell us. Eat. Swallow it. You are not going to spit it out.
Not good.
It is not good.
Because need to dry.
You need to dry. You leave them on the floor to dry.
They put the bag down.
They put the bag down. How big is this bag? Because this is a huge batch. How big is this bag? That's taking all of this. You put down just for them to dry. And then you put sugar. And then you put back in. Okay. Since you do the quality control here, ne? You do the tasting, ne? All right. Try this one. Okay. Nice. It's very fresh. All right. Take another one. The one there. There. By the floor. Not the one on top. By the floor. Since when we are being
I like that one, you see.
why you like that one?
Because still I'm should do that.
Oh, you the quality control man. I need.
Yeah.
Do you think it's fair to put these things on the floor here? It's not fair. Why are you doing it?
I think the mistake for the guys.
It's the mistake for the guys that put it. But you said we do this to try. We do this to try. Yeah. Look at the dirt. And this is where everything happens. Look at the dirt, guys. Look at this dirt. You can't tell me you are still going to clean. This is how you operate every time. Don't lie. Ne?
It's still going to clean because you see the clean.
Yeah, they're busy cleaning.
Yeah.
But they told you that we are coming. And you clean. Ne? You were like, hey, I heard this on the way. Let's clean. Guys, I refuse, my friend. I refuse.
Because you see the cleaning. Because it's
In.
this is color.
This is color. This is the color.
Yeah.
What dye is this? What color is this?
It's black.
It's black. It makes what chips? What flavor?
Barbecue.
Barbecue. Are you happy though? Are you proud of what you see? No, ne? Alright, my friend. This is black. Nai barbecue, South Africa. So this chip come from this.
No, this one is damaged. It's not using.
This is barbecue. Is it good to consume this thing? Is it good to eat?
No, because, no, it's not dying.
Oh,
It's oil.
it's oil.
Yeah.
It's black.
Oil is mixing with the black color.
Yeah, with the black color.
Yeah.
Where did you study? You know so much about mixing and quality tasting. What did you study in school?
Study school? No, because this thing, because when I came, so the guys working was a long time, right? So he knows everything,
How to mix.
Yeah.
And then he teach you.
Yeah.
And then you learn quickly, very fast, and you became an expert. Nazal. On average, how many people stop from here? How many deliveries do you do here?
It depends on business.
Depend on a quiet month. How much do you distribute?
Like 500, 600.
600 of those packets in a month.
No, per day.
Per day. You guys deliver 600 of those per day, and you can't comply and just fix this place.
No, that's why it's closed because it's...
I don't lie, this place has been operating for years. One day now you close when you see me. They've been operating for years, but now it's why it's closed. Another point. Why you guys don't have signage outside?
Eh?
Why there's no sign outside? Let's say you menu. What's the name of this company? Backpack.
Yeah.
Backpack manufacturing. And then the chips are called what? In camera.
The same unit right in there.
Oh, backpack. Why isn't a big sign out there that says backpack manufacturing? So if anybody gets sick or people look for you, they'll just come here and find you. Why are you hiding?
I don't know because you see, the boss is not around, so he was sending a message
To say.
to the guys coming next week to fix up everything. They want to fix everything.
When everything is happening this week, next week, you've been here for years, but you're only putting the signage next week. Nina,
No, this guy came, I think 3-4 months before.
3-4 months before.
So he take it for the sample for everything. He's going to fix this and then he can leave.
You said there's a cloth here, ne? I'm not seeing a cloth. I'm just seeing chips. I'm seeing chips. I don't see a cloth here, ne? Do you see a cloth? Come on the cloth. Yeah. You think the guy did this, ne? I see the cloth.
The issue of food poisoning among primary school students in South Africa can be likened to an unseen storm brewing at the corner Spaza shop, an invisible menace hidden behind the warm smiles and brightly colored snack packets. Imagine a child, no taller than a school bench, running out during break time, coins clicking in the hand, eyes wide open with excitement at the prospect of a small, tasty treat. But behind that excitement, lurking beneath the humble shelf, lies the silent peril of food illness. A danger as stealthy as a shadow at dusk. A threat that slips unnoticed into the belly of this unsuspecting young one. These children are explorers on daily adventures, and that Spaza shops are their ports of call, a safe haven in their eyes. They cannot see the invisible microbes hatching a ride on their food, and the bacteria multiplying as unchecked as a wildfire, ignited by the inadequate refrigeration or careless handling. This is a story about food poisoning in South Africa that has resulted in the death of many young South Africans in and around the country. To know more about this story, stay tuned. Welcome back to the Fraud News channel. I'm your host, Boss Robert. To those who have already subscribed to the channel, thank you very much for your support. It means a lot. To those who haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please show your brother some love. Click subscribe now. Okay, thank you. Back to the story. Before we go any further with the story, let us watch the following videos to gain a better context on this matter.
Health Minister Aaron Motsoaledi says that 4 people, a woman and 3 men, have been arrested in connection with the food poisoning cases in Naledi in Soweto. Motsoaledi says an illegal chemical substance seems to have been the cause of the food poisoning incidents. Now, 2 other suspects have been released on bail. Let's take a listen.
We altogether organized 114 officials. They went to Naledi since Monday. Since Monday last week. No, I'm getting confused. It's Friday today. Oh no, since Monday this week. They went into Naledi. We used to believe there are 80 Spaza shops there, but they went through 84 Spaza shops. The ones in which they got and examined. What were they doing? They were trained by NICD on how to look for this chemical. which we think is the one that is causing problems, how to go around searching for it. And they actually did so, and they finished their work yesterday. Today, they were just mopping up. But during the course of that work, or maybe let me give you statistics, the 84 Spaza shops they visited, 42 of them are owned by foreign nationals. That's 49% of the Spaza shops. But 43, which is 51%, are owned by South Africans. So we're not searching foreign nationals, or we're just searching whatever is a Spaza shop. During that search, they did confess that there is an illegal chemical which they buy from a mall in Johannesburg. They did say so. And 27 officials visited that mall, and they confiscated 1,456 grams of that chemical. And 4 people were arrested, 1 man and 3 women. They were arrested for that activity, but 2 of them, in terms of the laws of the country, were given bail of 2,000. The others are still in custody. And the confiscated chemical is in Johannesburg Central Prison. Several chemicals were bandied around as possible causes of death. Some were even found in some retailers. In order to avoid confusion, ladies and gentlemen, I wish to mention each one of these chemicals and explain their significance. But before I do that, I need to explain that apart from organophosphate, another group of chemicals used as pesticides are called carbamates. There's a slight difference between carbamates and organophosphate. As I said, they are both used as pesticides. But one major difference is that organophosphate is much more lethal and can cause irreversible damage. Sometimes last week, there was a statement that indicated carbamates as the cause of death. This was from post-mortem observations, just observations. But toxicology has proven that the actual cause of death is organophosphate and not carbamate, as it might have been initially thought. On Friday, the 25th of October, 2024, we had informed you that 4 people were arrested at the Johannesburg Mall because they were found trading in a chemical called aldicap. 1,450 grams of this chemical was confiscated by police. Now, what led to the arrest of these 4 people was that during the operations in Naledi, some of the Spaza shop owners confessed that these 4 are the people, these people in the mall, in the Johannesburg Mall, are the people who are selling them illegal chemicals. That's why part of the team went there, and in fact, they found this aldicap. Aldicap falls in the class of, it's one of the carbamates. I've mentioned that we have got organophosphate and carbamates, and organophosphate were responsible for the death, but aldicap was found being sold. It is a carbamate, as we've already stated. It is not the cause of death in these particular cases. If it has caused death before, we are not yet aware of that, but it wasn't. But still, it remains illegal to be sold to the public because it is also a dangerous substance. At the present moment, samples that were taken via swabs in the various Spaza shops in Soweto have been sent to the National Health Laboratory Services, and we are still waiting for the results. This means that while organophosphate was found in the bodies of these children, we are still waiting to see if the organophosphate was also found in the Spaza shops so that we can scientifically link the events. It is also important to mention that police did find a packet of chips in the pocket of one of the children who demised. This was also sent for analysis, and the results were out, and they were found to be negative. That means this substance, organophosphate, which killed the children, was not able to be detected on the packet of chips that was found in the pockets of one of the children. Now, let's try to analyze the present situation that we are faced with. When we mentioned that we are sending teams to search for signs of chemicals in these Spaza shops, some people on social media were very skeptical because they reasoned, and I think as ordinary people, it's understandable. They reasoned that if indeed there are chemicals in the Spaza shops that affected and even killed some of these children, why would Spaza shop owners not equally be affected? Because they should also be exposed to the same substance. It is very important to explain this. It is known medically that children are more susceptible to pesticide toxicity and other environmental toxicants than adults. This is due to several factors, which are mostly physiological. The first one is body mass. Children have a smaller body mass than adults, and therefore, a given dose of pesticides can have more severe impact on a child because of the smaller body size. Number 2, developing organs. Children's organs are still developing, making them more vulnerable to the effects of pesticides.
Other news with your attention this Tuesday, Gauteng Finance MEC Lebogang Maile saying drastic measures should be taken to prevent more deaths related to suspected food contamination. In fact, he's calling for the declaration of a state of emergency to deal with the issue. In the most recent case, a 10-year-old girl died after allegedly consuming snacks that are believed to have been purchased from a Spaza shop in Alexandra, that's in the north of Johannesburg, at the weekend. SABC News reporter Calvin Dlusha is part of our team back in that community for us, and he joins us now live. And Calvin, some time has now passed since this tragic event took place in that township. We saw in the immediate aftermath a lot of, let's call it tension, that spilled over into the streets. What's it looking like on this Tuesday morning?
Good morning to you, Ayanda Nyati, and to our SABC viewers at home. Yes, you are spot on in your introduction. The situation is fairly calm here in Alexandra, north of Johannesburg. As you have mentioned, that there was tensions here. People were very angry. The members of the community here were very angry because of the incident that took the life of a 10-year-old lady staying not far from here. Yesterday, when we were here, the situation was calm. We spoke to the members of the community, but they told us that they are just waiting for the South African Police Service members to disperse in this place so that they can be able to demolish or destroy a shop believed to be the place where the snacks were bought. But now, as I'm speaking to you, Ayanda, I'm standing in that shop. It is destroyed. Kwazimanzi, our video journalist, will show you what is left of this shop. We spoke to some community members earlier. They told us they heard noise and people singing later at around 6 p.m. Yesterday. Community members gathered here and someone alerted the police, and the police came and they tried by all means to calm the situation down, but it seems as if it was impossible for the members of the South African Police Service to contain the anger from the community members. Kwazimanzi is showing you leftovers here in this shop. We were told that it was destroyed by the community members. As I have mentioned earlier, that the community members did mention that they will come and destroy this shop. We spoke earlier to the South African Police Service members about this. They are saying that they are waiting for a complaint that will come from the owner of this shop. As you will see, I don't know if it's possible to see, Kwazi, that this shop is actually on the pavement, so it's against the bylaws of the municipality. So they are saying that it was not even supposed to be here. So the shop is destroyed and there's nothing else that is left here. But I can say, I have to confirm that the stock that was inside in this shop and I was taken by the police. Nearest police station here is Alexandra Police Station, a few kilometers from here. But we spoke to the father of the child, that would be Mr. Joshua Maboi. He told SABC News that the child will be buried on Saturday, that she will be buried in Beresford in the province of Limpopo. We are here, the situation is calm, people are continuing with their lives, and others are going to school, others are going to work, others are just moving around. There's nothing much, there's no tension, and there are no police officers around here. But they told us that the owner of this place will have to come to the police station and open a case of malicious damage to property. Then they'll be able to attend it and open a case. Ayana.
We are still currently in the Berg Acres township, where inspections are being conducted and raids are being conducted to find and make sure if the Spaza shop are being compliant with the city's bylaws regulations. Well, we are still just going to peruse through what we can find into the shop, and we found that this current shop that I'm in is actually non-compliant. They actually stay in the room. There are rodents that do eat the chips, the snacks, and we do find a bit of dodginess that's happening in the store, where the fridge is quite rusted, but they are using it. So we're going to just take you guys through what we actually see in the store. So if we can go through for you, and we can just see that they have confiscated these self-made or self-packaged snacks where the children love to eat, and they do consume this on a daily basis, you know. So they're confiscating a bit of that. And if we can see to my left that they actually make their own expiry dates. So they package this and put it in clear plastics, and they actually, could I say, just guess the next expiry date for this, because it's actually not properly manufactured, it's not properly stuck on. They use this stickers that you can actually just rip off. We can also just see here, look, there's holes, and this is what they're selling to the children, and that is how they're getting sick, and that is why the department is conducting these inspections today. We went to a previous Spaza shop where they actually were found that they're actually staying in the Spaza shop, and if we can go through with the Sir and EMPD to actually accompany us, to just actually show us that they actually do stay in these Spaza shops. So we do have a lot of shop owners living inside their Spaza shops while they're conducting business. They actually stay in here. So we're just going to get some assistance from the law officials to get us through here. We can see right now that this person currently does stay here. They actually live with stock, because you can see right now there's stock. There's stock here. So there's a lot going on in this back room, but it seems like people were here before, but we're just hoping that the department can actually do much here in this crisis that we're having, where Spaza shop owners are actually staying within their businesses. So if we can just go back here and just see that how non-compliant the shop is. But right now with you, I will just speak to an official who will tell us a bit more. Her name is Valerie Khanyaga, to just give us a bit more. She is actually she's actually the acting director in the Gauteng Department of Health, to just give us a broader aspect of what the department is going to do about this issue. What a very good day to you, ma'am. Can you please tell us, we've been seeing that shop owners actually live in their shops. What is the government going to do?
Good afternoon, and maybe I should, I'm actually the assistant director in the department. And we have seen a lot of non-compliance in these inspections that they have been conducted by the city. We are currently in the city of Ekurhuleni, where the city of Ekurhuleni currently they have how many cases reported? 191 cases as of last week. So non-compliance is an issue, but what we are happy as the department is that these blitzes have been intensified throughout the province. Environmental health practitioners are checking non-compliance issues. They are issuing compliance notices. They are issuing fines. They are closing down the shops that are not.
Hey, Stephen, so I want to show you what's here. This is basically the stuff that's been taken out of the Spaza shop. What the MEC has told us is that even though what you see is in the packaging, it hasn't been correctly packed. So these are some of the things that now EMPD is helping to confiscate. They're taken out of the Spaza shop, and then I'll show you the EMPD coming our way. Behind us, they're already confiscating that from the shop. And the idea is that because it's not correctly packed, the issue is that you don't know when it's expired, but also in the way that it's been put together, we are told that it can contaminate each other. And as a result, when you're selling this to the kids, it becomes incorrect and it can affect their health. Now, the shop that we're in front of is currently in a municipal land, and they've said that this shop is incorrect where it is. The building was not supposed to be built. There hasn't, this area is zoned for something completely different, and that they continue, of course, to trade here, but they are now closing this shop. And I want to go inside so you can see some of the things that the MEC has highlighted to us, so you can see just inside. So some of the issues now, as you can see, the inspection continuing, is that they're going to confiscate almost anything and everything that they cannot account for. So these are some of the biscuits that are sold separately, and they'll be sold individually. These biscuits, the issue with them is that they're sold mainly to kids, and obviously because there's no packaging and it doesn't say where exactly they come from, this has become an issue. Some of the issues is also how everything is packed. Now, if you see there, you've got soap and you've got sugar, and she said the way things are packed in this entire area is a major issue in itself. So they're deciding that then they're going to confiscate all of that. They continue to look at things like that as snacks. And I want to ask you, Inspector, because you were here explaining to us, can you just please explain to us why you're confiscating that?
The manner in which you store the food is not according to the health regulations. You can't store the food in your personal sleeping quarters. There must be a proper storage facility, and there's also signs of a rodent infestation. There's probably rodent contamination that took place in the chips that can be harmful for human health. So we can't take the chance. We must be proactive in our work. So that is what we do.
Yep. You speak about the contamination in terms of pesticides. How did you get to that point?
It doesn't have to be pesticides per se. It can also be like insect infestation or animal infestation, because animals are also carriers of diseases. So we have to look at all the factors.
And you said they're living in the same shop. Is that what you found?
You can live in the same shop, but then there must be a definite separation, like a closed door, but it can't be just an opening. So you find it from town shop to town shop, people sleeping on the premises, but then there must be a proper definite separation, like a door or something. So there's no direct access into your premises.
Okay. So now that you're confiscating it, where does it go to? What do you do to it?
We contain it at our offices, and then from there we take it further. We will do an investigation, maybe on the stock, do a proper investigation. If you see there's signs of rodents that contaminate the product, then we destroy it.
All right. Can I just ask you one more question? Because obviously there are store owners that have been doing this, and like you said, there are regulations that they have broken or rules in terms of health. What happens to the store owner now?
Look, the premises is going to be closed down until it's in full compliance to all the applicable health legislation. If it's in full compliance, then you can reopen. It's easy as that. But you must also be in compliance with all the other standards and regulations from other departments.
So no fines, nothing?
We're not going to fine him, we're just closing down the premises.
All right, so closing down the premises, as you can see, the store owner being asked now to close the entire store, Stephen, that's what's happening. They're saying until they're compliant, and I want to go much closer so you can see what's happening. So within the same space that they are currently working in, there's a passage where they go into the area where they sleep. So that's some of the issues that they have highlighted, and this is the major issue that they've highlighted. But I want to show you also the pesticide has been some of the contention, bone of contention here. So they've said you can't have that and have the chips. Now some of that is being used on the floor, and if it sticks on the floor, they're saying if you drop something, it might be an issue. This is their space where they sleep in currently, and this is within the shop. So the concern here is that you can't live in a shop and still basically work on it. It has to be a separation. So this is a health hazard. And so these are some of the things that are going to be being highlighted, and they're educating some of these shop owners to ensure that when they have a Spaza shop, that there is definitely a separation, that there's a difference, and that there's a food safety regulation that are followed. This is where they live, and of course the food is in the same space. And this is a concern, of course, because you guys are coming from the Department of Health and Economic Development. And one may look at it as maybe perhaps this is the time where businesses are getting more money, small businesses, but it has to be correct.
Yes, the province is working with the municipality to assist the SMMEs, but we don't need something like this. Surely and definitely this is incorrect. Mm-hmm. Yes, so whatever that they're doing here, it's really, really out of order. And what is even more concerning, they don't own this building. We don't even know how they managed to operate here. So we tried to call the owner. You said what's the owner? Bobby. Mm-hmm. Their boss is Bobby, and Bobby is so arrogant. He says, no, he's too busy somewhere, he can't come. So obviously we have to take drastic actions today. Like the MEC was saying that we're trying to educate, but you don't educate people who are not cooperating.
And I want to ask you about the owner. Bobby is the owner of the shop. So how are you saying? Are you working for Bobby?
Yes, we're working for the Uncle Bobby, but we call, my brother is calling Bobby. He's still busy. I don't know what he said to you. When he was freezing my tongue.
But based on what you've been told about the Spaza shops and how they operate, are you understanding what is wrong with how you're operating right now?
We explained to us to not to sell those loose anything else without acquiring date. Also the measurement. So we'll try our best as from now.
And I mean, I'm just going to ask you a personal question, sir, because you live within the same space as where you're selling. Is there no other place maybe where you can get a rental or anything like that?
I will try our best because we face the problem today. So next time we'll make a plan to better how can do that, and also we protect ourselves the better way. Also the shop also is going to be all those things. We are not out of the rules. We obviously obey the rules, but we have to take the time to do all those things.
Yeah, and
They're not telling the truth. They've been given an application 6 weeks back, and they're ignoring it. That's what they normally do. They play victim. They've been instructed 6 weeks ago to apply.
Okay, that's a very important element there. You were given six weeks ago. You could have even closed the door. Why didn't you completely close here and maybe open a different door?
We didn't have those systems because this other. You were coming here before.
Yes, 6 weeks ago.
Okay, can I ask another guy? I don't know. Mama.
That's what they will do. You'll speak to 20 of them. My brother is the one who's owning the shop. My brother is the one who's organizing. That's their trick. So we know their trick. All that we know is that they were given sufficient time to apply. They ignored it, so we must act today.
And of course, this land also belongs to the municipality, so it's incorrectly built up.
Yes. We've checked with colleagues. We don't know about this building in the municipality. So this is supposed to be an open stand. So we don't know who gave them permission or who started to build here.
If there's no permission for you to build, do you even have the correct power? I can see you unclipping stuff there. Are you paying for electricity and water?
Yeah, 100%. You can see even check the meter also. I got it also now today. See that. We don't use illegal electricity or anything.
Okay. But then again, I want to ask you this because from the municipality's part, if this is in a wrong land, how did they get the meter as well in?
When I'm looking at the building now, as I said, I don't think this was a shop. It was a municipal property for something else. So it was vacant, so they opened it and started operating. But now, I'm not sure how the guys in finance allowed them to open an account. So we have spoken to the office of our MMC to check out how they were allowed to even to be collected on the meter. We need to find out. But it's very clear this was not a shop before.
Thank you very much for speaking to us. Well, Stephen, as you can see there, the inspection is still ongoing, but of course, a lot of issues that are being highlighted by inspectors. That, of course, is an area that they would use still within the shop, and that's a problem in itself. But the inspection is still ongoing here. The police also taking course in terms of that. Here's another thing that's been highlighted, Stephen. So what you see here is some of the food that's being sold, and they have explained, the MEC has explained herself that this is not supposed to be packaged like this, but also there's no finding out where this entire food comes from. Even though it's being sold to the community, they're saying that there is no boxes that says where exactly it comes from, but it's been claimed by people that live here that it comes from their original country, but nobody actually knows how it ended up in some of these Spaza shops.
Residents in Bronkhorstspruit have shut down shops owned by foreign nationals following a case of suspected food poisoning involving several school children. The Gauteng Education Department earlier confirmed that 25 pupils have been taken to different hospitals after they got sick this morning. Let's get you more detail from our reporter, Nobile Madrala. She's tracking those developments on the ground for us. Nobile, what's the latest there?
Well, Michelle, after that incident of about 25 learners that were affected, the community have decided that they're going to get most of the snacks from various Spaza shops. As you can see, they've decided to take out all the things that are inside the Spaza shops, mainly because they feel that there was a problem with the food. So some of the leaders, of course, going in to assist. So we're going to walk inside to sort of get more information. So you're one of the community leaders that are here, and I want you to just walk us through what is taking place.
Mama namuhla ekuseni kube nabantwana abayi7 abagulayo esikolweni badla amazimba. Nawe uyabona sestere, nawe amazimba ngwaphethe ngesandla state wakhipha la emakuleni abana expiring date ayikho ne1 uyabona mama. So abantwana manje balele esibhedlela. So sihamba wonke lamakula lawa la esithobeni sivula iminyango sifuna amazimba sestere sifuna omningi sifuna amazimba uyabona nawe sestere expiring date ayikho sestere. So izinto zabo lezi zamazimba zibolile sestere. I-community yasesithobeni ikwatile sestere ngoba namaphoyisa anokuza ngama Friday ngama end off but bayenza operation but amakula evala nebayenza operation bayarounda abavuli iminyango yamakula banophuma nje bahambe mara batheze ku operation. So sesinabantwana abayi12 manje basesibhedlela ngenxa yamazimba ngana madate amazimba bolile.
All right, well, we understand just briefly, Michelle, they're explaining to us that the problem is with these zimbas. These are basically the snacks that they're concerned about, mainly because there aren't any expiry dates. So this is why then they're going inside these shops to take out these snacks. So apologies there for the strong language though, but tell us, sir, what is the solution for this?
The solution ekhona nje ukuthi nje sime ngenyawo si community simele ngenyawo size sizobona ukuthi abantwana kahle yini into abayidlile. The only thing into abayidlile amazimba athengiswa ngaphandle abomama wethu abastocka emakuleni. So that's why senza into ngendlela eright ukuthi asibe nomuntu sizakuprotecta abantwana sizothatha amazimba la abawathengile amakhula nabangazi ukuthi bawathenge a-expirile or awa-expire. So besicela ne-government yethu isincede ukuthi ingezila izenze i-operation benze i-operation yoku-check-a ukudla noku-check-a ama-passport bayeke ukuthatha imali ifake ekhaya. Siyacela no sinenkinga enkulu kakhulu. Siyacela amaphoyisa akasinakelele asisize la elokishini kufa abantu ngamazimba. So kumele sibalekele kuphi ukufa abantu ngamazimba. Siyacela siyi-community ngicela kakhulu.
So manje baba awungixoxele nje i-community decide ukuthi sizokwenza the whole day.
I-community le esidecide ngoba sisama community leader sithanda bakhama down bakwatile bafuna ukushaya nathi ngoba sifuna ukwenza lento ngendlela e-right size emakhuleni sithatha amazimba phela. There is no one ophuma igazi, there is no one abamphunele. Siyacela vuleni ishopo sithatha amazimba but anyway kwamanje basimamela sizahamba kahle.
Siyabonga kakhulu. Well, Michelle, I just want to show you, this is a number of people that you can see behind us. Everyone is here. Everyone is basically just ensuring that those snacks are actually taken away from the shops. The anger, of course, emanating from the fact that the children were said to have had some snacks that were bought, and of course, it is suspected that it was bought in one of the shops in the area. So basically the residents, what they're doing is they're going in each Spaza shop, collecting some of these chips, and some of them have already been burnt. But now what they're doing is they're collecting, and they're basically going to burn it, and they're getting rid of it. They're going into every single shop that there is in this place, and they're basically just destroying those chips. Their allegation, of course, is that they're not known who creates these snacks, and because they're not known, they come with also the expiry date is not there, and that is the major concern. And they're saying that children are getting these contraindications mainly because they're really not known. So they're asking that the police also come, and that the police also assist in ensuring that there are some of these raids, and these raids can be influential in ensuring that the food is safe that is consumed by the children. Not far from where we are, we saw them burning those snacks, and now the community again going to another Spaza shop that is nearest to ensure that they collect some of those chips. So if you look at it, Michelle, it talks to the issues of food safety within the community. We've just been to Mpumalanga, where there was also an incident of food safety within a school. Not so long ago, we saw Soweto as well, going through the food issue with regards to the children that had passed away. So the community is basically retaliating in a way that they feel this could be the only way to assist them to ensure that the food is much safer. And they're calling on the government and the police to help them.
Kobile, we know that 25 children fell ill after apparently eating these snacks. 22 have been discharged from hospital. Do we know the status of the other 3?
Well, at the moment, Michelle, when we went to the school, we were just told that all children are back. But of course, we just need to confirm completely with the department. When we spoke to Steve, he said to us that it seems like everything had calmed down. It seemed like things were on track. But we are going to get more details for him with regards to the other 3 that they had not spoken about when it comes to that conversation that they were having. But in the meantime, the community, of course, concerned so much about the children that are living here, have decided that they are going to make this move and make sure that they can make their community much safer. This, of course, like you remember when we were in Soweto, the SAPS did say that whatever the community does needs to abide by the law. This is why they were saying that they're not breaking in, but they're asking the shop owners to give them those snacks so that there is some form of safety for their children. So there's a great concern around that, but we will get more details with regards to the 3 others that are still left behind.
From these videos, I have a question. Why are health and safety professionals from the government acting now? Isn't it that they should have been proactive to prevent bad products from reaching the communities particularly vulnerable as primary school kids? Why does someone have to die before the government can act? No wonder why there is a lot of vigilantism, because people are fed up. It is their children that are dying, and then others are wondering who will be next. What if we could make our children's health an impenetrable as a fortress? What if those humble shops with simple counters and friendly vendors could become beacons of safety rather than traps disguised as streets? Imagine health officials as knights, riding not on horses, but with tools and knowledge, teaching food handlers to wield the armor of cleanliness and shield of proper storage. Picture community programs as a powerful chorus, singing out food safety guidelines, transforming those vulnerable shops into bastions of protection for young appetites. Perhaps parents and teachers too could become protectors in this tale, equipping children with knowledge, making food safety as essential as tying their shoelaces. The schools could take on the role of nurturing gardens, offering meals that come not from chance but from trust, where every bite carries the promise of safety. And with more robust school feeding programs, they would offer not only sustenance but security, a pledge that every child would eat without fear. In this reimagined story, food security will be more than a set of rules. It will become a collective shield forged by parents, educators, vendors, and health officials alike. Each would play their part in safeguarding these young lives, ensuring that a trip to a Spaza shop remains a simple joy, an adventure as innocent as a child itself. And perhaps, in that shared vision, we would find the strength to turn the tide on this unseen danger, letting our children's laughter ring out safely, undimmed by the hidden threats of a quick snake gone wrong. This can only be but a dream, at least in the view of the current circumstances. If the government is not proactive and continues to be reactive, this problem will not be solved in the near future. Closing Spaza shops to address food poisoning risk would likely disrupt the local microeconomy and create unintended social hardships. These small, community-based stores provide affordable food and essentials, playing a crucial role in under-resourced neighborhoods where larger retail options may be inaccessible or unaffordable. Many Spaza shops are family-run, providing employment in the communities with limited formal job opportunities. Shutting them down will not only reduce access to affordable goods, but also increase unemployment and poverty, as well as create food deserts where residents struggle to secure daily necessities. A more effective approach would be to focus on empowering Spaza shop owners through targeted food safety training and regular community-driven health inspections. Simplified, low-cost food safety certifications programs could help improve hygiene standards without the need for restrictive measures. This solution would allow Spaza shops to continue supporting local economic stability and community resilience while addressing public health concerns. In this way, Spaza shop could remain integral to the local economy, fostering cash flow and self-sufficiency within communities. If you have comments, please share them in the comment section below. If you have enjoyed the video, please consider liking it. If you have not yet subscribed to the Fraud News channel, please show your brother some love. Thank you for watching. See you on the next video. God bless you.